What's good? What's good? What's good? It's the Different Breed Podcast. How does it feel to be alive? Shit. What is up? What is up? That motherfucking going. It's
Okay,
good to
slow
be.
motion is better than no motion.
Shit. It's been one of those days. One of those motherfucking days, bro. I don't know about you, but I've had a absolutely long morning, to say the least. But
You want to
um,
elaborate?
bro, so I got all the car stuff going on in the background, trying to upgrade the whip for the fans out there. Um, a lot of running around, paperwork signing, get your insurances in line, get this, that, and the third tag stuff in line. So I hit the ground running, plus my kids, making sure the little girls is good and out the door. Um, Came straight home. I think I had maybe 30 minutes to myself to wash my hands, um, fix shit, just keep going, bro. Just life. But how about you? I know you've had to had a decent day. I would hope, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like my second day off of the week, so I'm just chilling. Did a lot of family stuff over the weekend. Nothing too like out of the ordinary.
Shit, my dog. It sounds like you've had at least a good weekend because I know my shit has been all over the place. I will say though, I know my shit will clean up come the week, which is I hate that it kind of comes around to the week when I'm working for stuff to kind of calm down for me, but you take life how you get it, I guess, right?
Yeah, 100%. And all that stuff with like your car, like will work itself out. I mean, I know it's annoying, like the in between, but it all works out.
Yeah, I guess once I'm in the motherfucker and I'm getting to smell that brand new smell, I'll be all right.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
know in the meantime though, I'll just stay positive. But
That's all you
at
can
any
do.
at any rate, how's things been with you in terms of watching some sports? Because I know, listen, they've been throwing down,
Well, speaking
throwing.
of throwing down, are you surprised that Wimby didn't get the suspension with the elbow he threw last night, looking like a Ron Artest?
Bro, um, yes and no. Because don't they do? Don't what's the count before? Like, I'm trying to think of it. How many ejections do you have before they suspend you for a game, like indefinitely? Isn't it like 8 or 6 or some shit like that?
I would have to look it up, but I know like 15 technicals get you a suspension.
Okay, then that's maybe that's the count I'm thinking of. One of those counts I know he's nowhere near it. He's a saint on the floor. I mean, in terms of like not necessarily like fucking how he plays, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing decent. He ain't that kind of person. However, he's been getting whooped to shit in that series. I'm surprised that they ain't thrown out a lot more fouls. And then if you watch the way that they guard him, like I understand why he's elbowing motherfuckers. Like I get it, but he got to be more subtle than that. Start aiming for the chest.
Hey man, when you're almost 8 feet tall, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have to take a page out of Draymond's book and start kneeing motherfuckers.
I was gonna say Space Jam. You know when all the aliens were jumping on Mike when he was trying to dunk the ball?
I don't know if
Kind
he got
of
the mental tone for that. It would be funny. Listen, it would be funny, but I don't know if he got the muscle tone for that.
like.
Oh my
Now
god.
you say that, give him another year or two, he turns out like Giannis. That that's
Yeah,
that that's gonna be scary if that does happen.
yeah.
So let me ask you this: would you want that? Would you want a muscular Wembanyama, or you want him to stay where he's at? Because if he stays where he's at, he can still like dribble and shoot the way he does.
Yeah.
But then he puts
'Cause
on muscle. Then he turns into that like dominant forward. Like I was saying, like with Giannis.
see, the only thing I want him to do is protect his body. If he has a career like LeBron's where he protects his body, he's gonna go really far and it'll be great basketball. Um, I don't want him to be like Giannis crashing into fucking people trying to score and absolutely destroying himself. Because that was a big thing. I know in Miami, anytime that Giannis came to Miami or we went to up against them in any way, shape, or form, they made it a mission to put bodies on him. I don't know if you've ever like how much you've noticed that, but he's had some pretty fucking major injuries in terms of like just his play style, in reference to his play style. So,
Minnesota doing the same exact thing.
hmm?
Minnesota's doing the same exact thing.
Yeah. Oh, you fuck yeah, absolutely. It's like if we can cut you to be a 3-point shooter, then you're not as an effective big man with all these goddamn crazy blocks. Yeah, we'll put bodies on you. Run your ass out the paint if we can. So it's a little bit of psychology. Like he's got to stay like big man oriented and kind of be prepared for that. And honestly, he's going to need a muscle frame for it. I think he's on a great team to actually pull that off too. You got greats out there that you can lean into, like a fucking Mr. Robinson. Gosh, I mean, he's got a lot of big guys that he can kind of look forward to in terms of talking to and getting prepared for that kind of stuff. So, like I said, he's gonna be motherfuckers gonna be big money. Keep them elbows up, just not as high, not as high. Just aim for the chest. But shit, have you kept your eyes on any of the other series?
Um, I'm not shocked. I think we talked about last week with the Knicks, so I'm not shocked with the Knicks. Um, it looks like, I mean, at least like, I mean, the pace that it's at now, it's going to end up being New York and Detroit for the next round. Um, and then we'll see as far as with OKC. I don't know, man. I kind of like want to tune in tonight's game just because like it may be LeBron's last time being a Laker. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking too soon.
Mm, it could be. It really could be. I don't necessarily blame him per se, because I mean, your other money maker on the floor is injured. It, it feels shitty. Again, you've got a lot of. I feel personally like just weird shit
Oh
going on
yeah,
in the league. And
Without Luca, they don't have. I mean, they can't keep up with OKC.
you can say honestly they are missing like on average like 15 to 20 points a night. I mean, there's only one ball, you still got to share it and everything, but it feels like they're always missing like a decent 15.
Mm.
I don't know how you feel about that, but I just feel like points wise, they're always without
Well,
Luka
you know,
or
I agree with you on that, but even what I'm getting at as far as like with the tempo, whenever Luca's on the court, like he slows down everything to his pace.
hmm
So OKC defensively has got to follow that. So, but the fact that like everything is just being centered around AR and LeBron, it seems like for like OKC at least it's like easier for them.
yeah, it's definitely a cakewalk. I mean, we can kind of you see that in the fucking in the lead on the series. Um, it's more annoying to see that they're getting this easy path to the fucking finals. That's kind of what annoys me with the Thunder. I just feel like this.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't go that far for me at least. I mean, OKC is just like had the same, like had the same like probably the same squad like the past like 3 years. So I think like when you have that and then like you guys are gelled together, it's hard to stop a team like that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think that getting the Lakers in the second round in their current condition is kind of too easy.
Oh, I get it. All right.
Is that a fair assessment? Because everybody else had decent matchups, I would say, except for the Spurs and the Timberwolves. That's kind of a cakewalk because they started that series with injuries, and to my knowledge, the Spurs are still just looking. They look fine. Like they're. We're coming up on literally probably the best series that we'll see out of the entire finals here in terms of overall is going to be between the Spurs and the Thunder when this next round comes up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're already like counting on that with the
Yeah.
series being tied.
Yep. Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
The fact they didn't suspend his ass, I just feel like that was a nod to the Spurs by themselves. Like we want that money match. That is going to be where your biggest shoot of ratings is going to come. Your second biggest one. If New York gets around the Pistons, what do you think about that?
I don't know. That's too soon to call for me.
And don't get me wrong, I think the same thing will kind of apply to their series coming up. Um, when the Pistons kind of put on physical defense, do you expect New York to shut down?
Shut down like they're gonna lose.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, 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 no, absolutely.
I think we'll figure it out in the first two games, and I
Yeah,
would
but
hate to put it.
If New York still stays at the same exact tempo, I think it's gonna be hard for them to lose.
I'm not saying that I'm putting money on the Pistons per se, but I'm just saying I definitely think the way that they operate, it's a mentality game. And don't get me wrong, I think when it comes to even the last round, if you start putting imaginary matchups between the four teams that are left, or soon to be left, apologies. Um, I think Detroit would give anybody fucking nightmares just with being physical enough and then getting in their head. And if they can stay consistent with scoring, they'll be all right. New York's got a tempo that I think is admirable. I could watch them play and just be like, you know what, it ain't the franchise. You know how the Miami feels. I mean, it's not the franchise, but the guys that are on the court, I would root for, especially Cat. Cat has always seemed like a good person. I don't know how they're gonna feel against Detroit, but it'll be interesting. Um, the West, I can't really. I'll watch the end of the Timberwolves and Spurs series and kind of leave it at that until we see how that goes. But how else you been feeling about basketball?
Like pretty much said like enough. I don't know. I think there's got to be something to like be done with the officiating. I mean, not just like in basketball. I think in all sports, you gotta like come to like a common denominator with the officiating.
There, yeah, officiate. Some, of the- and it's weird. I haven't put money on anything in terms of the games, but I could understand after watching certain series why anybody would be skeptical from the start. Um, watching OKC and some of the ridiculous foul calls. And don't get me wrong, I get certain stars will get certain calls. That's always been a thing. But some of the offset calls that just don't make any sense. And we've
Who
seen like hmm?
who did SGA get pushed by? And he flopped to the ground like but Buddy had like metal hands, like iron fists.
Oh, bro, do you know the one that got me was last round when Devin Booker started going off and they called him out of bounds and he was like half a foot inbounds and it looked like the weirdest shit. And when he went off in the interview after the game, it made so much sense why the fuck somebody would be mad at this system because it's like you got regular people that are putting their money on this at this point. You can't afford to be having sketchy officiating, be the question that decides shit.
Reels on IG are killing me. They're like what it's like to be SGA for a day. And like dudes walking through the hallway at work and just like going like
Pe-
that. Another dude
Bro,
like that's in the lounge area, like his game room is just like they're like flowing back.
oh my god, and that's the shit that's the shit that gets me. It's like we're getting to the point where we're memeing the fuck out of this. It's like I don't know, man. Adam Silver gonna have to do something because it's like, buddy, you got to answer this. You got to get a. The ball is already out there. You can't get really ahead of it per se, but I
From what Denver Booker said, then the Spurs coach said last night, and I'm trying to think what else.
who
Like
did
there's they're I think they're piling up like enough of like those videos to where when they have the league meetings in the summertime,
mhm,
they gotta go over this.
they have to. The big one that hit me was the them calling it out at the Boston after game interviews, and they took I think three of their players got fined. I think it was three or two of them, or maybe it was two players and a coach or something like that. They ate a bunch of fines during their series before they went out. But I mean, when you're like when you really like I said when you really watch these games and you're sitting there and you're just like I I legitimately say I don't like this. I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket because I don't feel confident in this, and I do hope that they change it up. Hold on 1 second. Okay. At any rate, did you watch any of the draft lottery picks?
Um, what I'm leaving up for debate. You really think like if you're Trey Young, do you really want to stay with the Wizards? They got the first pick, and with like AD being up in the air, so like you get the. I'm just throwing out a hypothetical because I think this guy's going to be in the number one pick, the BJ kid from BYU. So you have him, Trey Young, and then you have AD. Like, does that sell you enough to stay with the Wizards? Or like, do they have like a huge trade package where, like with Utah, they try to get back, not try to get back because I'm like, I saw that Memphis was like the third pick, but I think if that stays for, I'm forgetting the cat's name, Jackson, that they trade for the Grizzlies for Bane in that three team trade. I think the kid out of Miami, who played for Duke, Boozer's son, what's his name, Cameron, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see him going. I mean, just my opinion, I see him going number three, and that kid from BYU going number one. But um, do you like trade for that number one pick? Because I know with with the Lakers, I mean, I'm just saying hypothetically they lose tonight. I know they get like a top 10 pick through a trade. The same thing. So I think the Heat have that too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
But like,
their pick is
go ahead.
13, but if they have something through a trade, that would be different. I would have to double check on that one.
But the Wizards stay where they're at number one.
Um, I don't know. I think the point that I would be skeptical on is AD and his health. Like, do you rely on that? Because you get a star rookie, and what's the chances you get a rookie that comes in and is like super game changing? Their first year.
But this, like, I'm looking at the whole like list 1 through 14. Like, do you get does Brooklyn trade up to number one? Because they need a whole lot of help. Like, they need help everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it also depends, like, who's up for trades. Because
Atlanta looks good. I mean, they're at number eight with the squad they got, and they're getting the eighth pick. Dallas number nine. I think that has to do with Cooper Flag last year. Oklahoma City, like their GM may go down as like one of the best GMs. They're like they have so much like draft capital, like up until like 2030. It's crazy.
yeah, they were talking about that since fucking last year. It's like, dude, we will never be getting around OKC for like, I think the next, like, it feels like the next like 6 years or some shit like that. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do because OKC just feels like an absolute monster, and then they're still on a roll. It's insane to say that and then actually think about it in practice because everybody else feels so far behind, like they've got so much catching up to do.
You got Milwaukee at 10, so if they keep Giannis, like does Giannis stay with like whoever they get? But then
Oh,
like I saw like reports that people who are like in and around like listening to like conversations like during the draft lottery that Giannis wants to come down here. He wants to go to I was gonna say OKC. He wants to go to Golden State.
he need,
Your
and
kid's
I
doing
hate.
somersaults behind you, by the way.
Yeah, no, she's just being adorable. Just it's background noise. Um, honestly, my thing with Giannis is like, dude, does he know what the fuck he wants to do? Because he's been in this position for a while now, where it's like, honestly, he should have left. And don't get me wrong, I give it credit to the Bucks. They've done a lot of moving stuff around to try and appease him, but at the same time, it's like on his own, he's probably should have left. This will be the best chance that he gets, honestly, especially with the way that things are falling in terms of like draft mock-ups and stuff. Um I don't know, like it really depends on who is putting up more for him. What can they do? What can they offer? It'd be crazy to see him finally leave if he does decide to leave.
He
I don't
wants to
know.
go to he wants to go to title contender. He says, but like You think the Heat are title contenders once if he comes down here, or like if he goes to Golden State, he's got the last hurrah with Steph Curry and Draymond, and now with Steve Kerr like signing on for another 2 years.
Golden State is done. If I had to be serious,
Even
um,
even with Giannis jumping on with those two guys.
no, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't put them on. And then you still got to really contest with the West Coast as is in general too. West Coast is going to be so much difficulty getting through it. So you would have to question, okay, you don't have Steve Kerr at the helm. Does your system hold up? And especially when you're changing out the styles. Now you're going dual big man because you're still gonna have Draymond, you would have Giannis. Um Curry is always going to be Curry. It don't matter what the fuck you got going on. He's gonna get off a shot. So I don't know, and it depends on you. You've got two other spots that you got to ask to be super fucking reliable. You still got a secondary backcourt person, and then you still got whoever you're gonna put at the three, right? Um, I don't know.
Tell you what, man, I'm gonna DM Giannis my phone number. Have him come down here. We're gonna treat you right. You got everything you need. I know you're a married man and all. We got South Beach. We got Tootsie's. We got the culture.
Listen,
We got you taken care
Europe. I know you want to watch some soccer. We got that. I guarantee you they ain't playing soccer anywhere else like they are in Miami. Come on down.
of. Uh-huh.
Got a jersey
Uh-huh.
for you.
Uh-huh.
What size you wear? Got to get him some of those soccer cleats. Get his name signed on them. What size you wear? All I'm saying, listen, get him acclimated ASAP.
Got Messi's phone number. I'll hit Messi.
Could you do Messi as a neighbor? Is all I'm saying. Right there, one of them little fancy houses on the shit. Don't play with me. He fit right in.
Hey, his kids can attend at Christopher Columbus private school. No one bothers them out in like South Miami.
Man,
They're secluded. They're not bothered. I'm telling you, we have everything you need.
all we got to do is get a little old school. We'll get him a bike and let him pedal around the city.
Yeah.
let him see the sights. He'll be a-okay in that motherfucker. But man, if we can get a package deal for him down here, that would absolutely be lovely.
Yeah, but it goes to the same debate we have all the time with the Heat. Like Pat Riley's got to be willing to give up like who he's comfortable with. So
Yeah,
let's send Tyler Hero and his girlfriend out. Um, he's probably going to send Triple J, which I don't want to happen. I know Bam's off limits, but I know Tyler's in a lot of those trade packages I see. That and Khalil Ware.
I mean, I would say at the end of the day, if anybody can convince him to give some of that shit up, just so that we can actually have a chance to have some movement on the team, it would be amazing. We could do some great shit.
The only reason why I think Pat Riley is sold on that Milwaukee trade with Tyler Hero is because he's from Wisconsin. All right. Well, I know you don't want to go anywhere else, but here, well, let's send you back home, literally.
I bet he crying in the fucking car right now. I know he don't want to be leaving the beauty in Miami to go fucking. Yeah, I know he crying in
Hell,
his car.
his girlfriend ain't gonna go with him. How you go from Miami to Milwaukee?
Bitch, you don't. You don't. You got to hug it out with that man and just be like, "Hey, man, it's just a 9 to 5, and you got the money. You can fly back. See me on the weekends or some shit if you not work." Oh, that's fucked up. But I mean, it's the truth though. You're not lying. I don't know how you go from fucking Miami to Milwaukee. I just all I know is we got to make something
Skies are
happen.
about as gray as my paint over
You
there.
got God, you goddamn right. Actually, that seasonal depression ain't nothing to play with. Listen, y'all, he better hope and pray. I mean, well, no, let me not say that because I want the best for the team. If he ends up going, we'll make him a nice package and be happy. We'll make him a nice package and be happy for him, and we just leave it at that, man. I'm wishing the best for Miami. Let's get that trade done. Uh, get them little rookies on their way, and let's get us a
Yeah,
star. Let's
I'm
get
tired
some
of being.
traction.
Yeah, I'm tired of being mid tier. It's getting real old.
And it's killing us. It's absolutely killing us. It's like, listen, either shoot your pride down and tank, and let's get some actual like high end picks,
Oh no no no! You don't do that
or
in the NBA. You don't do that in the NBA. You can get away
yeah,
with that. You can get away with that in the NFL, but you don't do that in the NBA.
that's what I'm saying. If we're not going to do that, and we know that don't necessarily pan out per se, bro, make some trade a motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Let's go. We got to make something happen. But on the flip side of that, what do you think is a decent option before we get off on draft picks? Because I think Miami landed at what 13 or 11.
Yeah, we've been dropping in the same spot like in the draft for like the past like 5 years. Well, I take that back. Not when we went to the wow. Not when we went to the finals 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean for like the past like 6 years besides um what was it 2022 2023 when we
Do
went to
you
the finals.
see
But
anyone
anyway, but needless to say we stayed in, like in the middle of the draft. But go ahead.
if they're still on the board? Do you see anyone that you would prefer Miami go after?
I mean, it's tough because doesn't the draft fall before or after free agency?
Oh fuck! Why you gotta hit me with these trivia questions like that? Um,
Well, no, because that could be the deciding factor. Because like if it's like hypothetical, if it is before the draft, like look that up while you're like while I'm talking. Um, yeah, if by like hypothetical that does happen. So let's say like in free agency, we do end up picking up Giannis. That throws away like Miami going after a forward, so they have to go guard. Or if they don't get Giannis, yeah, they're gonna like get another guard. Because I don't see them like trying to draft somebody that's gonna like take over Triple J and Khalil Ware. What are you looking it up?
you talking about before or after free agency starts?
Yeah, does the draft happen before or after free agency?
Before free agency begins.
Yeah, so if they do hypothetically get Giannis, like whatever forwards are out there that throws that out, so they have to go for guard, and especially like if they're gonna have to go for a guard. Who I don't know if that cat from Michigan, I'm forgetting his name on the top of my head. The point guard is like falls that late, then yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, it all depends on like what they do in free agency. Because if they do like hypothetical, like they trade for Giannis, and then Tyler does go, then you got to draft somebody else.
Yeah. So then we potentially have to look at who they're drafting because if they're drafting something that we already have too much of, we can expect that they're attempting to pull resources for a trade. That's what I would assume.
And then like another like hot topic with like trades is like the Heat are also trying to get Chris Dunn and Kawhi Leonard. So then again, that's like two guards. So then if that falls through, then they have to go forward. So it bounces either way. So it all really decides like that's too early to tell like what goes on with free agency.
Do we? Damn. I mean, yeah, it's too early. We're gonna have to wait a little bit. Check this out. We have to spin the block on this because I know when draft day comes around, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for at least for the top 20 picks. After that, I'm probably gonna dip out. But I do want to see.
Any draft, whether it's the Dolphins, the Heat, whoever, uh, like as soon as it gets to like my team, as soon as they pick, boop, turn them off.
Yeah,
I could care
God
less.
damn. I'm at least giving it the first 20 picks to see, I want to remember, the moment where, you're 10 years down the line and it's like ain't
Oh
nobody
no,
knew that guy was gonna pan out like that. Ain't
I
nobody
was
knew.
like with the Dolphins, man, I was madder than a motherfucker. Like when they drafted that fucking tackle from Alabama. I mean, I get why they picked him up, but like you pass up on Downs and Bain to get a tackle from Alabama. Like as soon as that went off, I was like, and then I turned off the TV.
You wasn't with that shit at all.
No.
Good lord.
What is it about like the Dolphins, man? They can never get anybody like, I mean, like pick wise, like sexy. Like we got to get like the
Well,
most like generic, like plain Jane. What's who fits into our system? Like
I
mind
mean,
you, like the same GM and the coach that say that are probably gonna be gone three,
to be
five
yeah,
years from now, and
bro,
it's another rebuild. Like, dude, give me a break.
to be well, I mean, it's something. They just got rid of management, so it's like you can see a change in style in terms of what they're picking for. Hopefully, 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 hopefully. I mean, we'll see. I keep your fingers crossed, bro. Pat on the back. Keep your fingers crossed. It'll be something worthwhile. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
How about y'all focus on the fact that you still got to play guys that haven't played with us for 2 years, since 2 years ago, and you're still paying them out until next year. Focus on that and how you gonna work around that. We're still paying Teron Armstead. He hasn't played with us for 2 years. We still have Jalen Ramsey, same thing. Tyreek Hill. Then we're gonna pay fucking Tua's contract. Like, all right, keep going. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. We'll. Yeah. I don't want to be depressed for the rest of the day
And
thinking
then
about
yeah,
this.
and then the Devon A. Chain wants another wants a contract extension, which he deserves, right? But what damn money?
Nothing we got in the bank, at least. All right. Off the depression run of fucking draft picks. Um, actually, we can kick up some of these. Speaking of NFL players that have had some of their court stuff come up, um, I think it's a clean segue into what did Tyreek Hill say after winning his little court case with his baby mama?
Um,
What was
not
that?
like not I get like in guys like baby mama drama and stuff, but like but basically like he went into like another custody battle one of his baby mamas and he won. But this dude said, I don't mean to laugh, but he's like, well, you know what? What money I have left, I'm going to take my kids to Disney World.
I mean, it's cute.
No, I
He's
mean,
taking
no,
care of his
like
kid.
right after you win in a courtroom, and this chick has a broken leg from him supposedly. So
I,
like, I don't know.
I'm not saying anything negative. Because his statement was geared towards his children that he would take care of them. So
Yeah,
for
let's
their
just say
sake,
that. Let's just say that.
I would
No,
say for their sake, at least they're taken care of.
yeah, okay, let's just say that.
There's an argument to be said here. I was listening to, I can't remember who it was that said that, and players across the board in all sports are getting better at defending themselves against frivolous lawsuits and all this kind of stuff. It doesn't feel like it. Is it okay for me to say that it doesn't feel like it? It feels like we still are getting the same amount of dummies that get into these situations with these predatory style ass fucking model wives that are just got them in and out of court for dumb shit. Um, what do you think?
Pregnant.
Hmm?
Don't get him pregnant.
I mean, but okay. Stefan Dix didn't he was still fucking his trial recently just finished up, and he was, I guess, on and off again, fucking the personal chef.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were saying something on a rebuttal to Tyreek. Oh, you
No,
said
no,
Stephon. You said
but
Stephon
I'm just
Diggs.
saying
Oh,
the women
oh,
in general that are doing all these predatory lawsuits and stuff. You can say the same thing for Anthony Davis. No, not Anthony Davis. Edwards, Anthony Edwards, and his baby fucking mama. She took him to court, back to court, talking about, oh, he's got hidden money here, this, that, and the third. And it's like, bitch, you got paid. You got all the money that you asked for.
is
You
this the
just
same
did.
one? Is this the same one that said like, "Oh, I got $1 million over 18 years, but it's not enough"?
Yeah,
Huh?
Yeah, she took him back to court talking about, oh, he's got money hidden elsewhere. You know, people that he's opened up businesses with that's holding his money. It's like, ma'am, you got played. You got played. Ain't nobody told you to keep this kid. You use the kid as a cash cow. You don't know how to manage fucking money. Just be honest with yourself. You didn't expect this motherfucker to play with you and
Yeah.
be paying you monthly.
Not not only that, like if you do it right and you spread that out over 15 years, that's more than enough money.
It's more than enough. See,
15, what am I talking about? 18 years, my bad.
18 years. She doesn't know how to manage money. That's the fucking problem. She doesn't know how to manage money.
Yeah, because you thought you were
That-
gonna stick with a you thought you were gonna stick with a guy that's making $300 million, and that's what you're gonna have once you guys split. That don't work that way.
yeah, he said, nah, let me go ahead and calculate that and pay you out right now while I got the money. Right motherfucking now. And sent her on about her fucking business. This shit kind of frustrates me just seeing that these guys get into these same positions. And it's like, motherfucker, do you not turn on the news and watch your teammates or watch your associates or watch the other players like get caught up in dumb shit all in the news and media? It's just wild to me. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. That statement that players are getting better at protecting themselves doesn't feel real. It really doesn't. The whole Staffon Diggs trial. Did you see any of that by any chance? I'll give you a quick rundown if you haven't.
Not really. I just know that he choked out his chef.
Allegedly. And then they got in
Allegedly.
court.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me go. Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. And then they got in court and they showcased all the evidence that they had. This lady said that she was choked to the point. You choked to the fucking point. She was choked to the point where she was sore and couldn't feel anything. They showed a video of her the next day dancing. The
Are you sure
next
that
day.
wasn't like clipped? Are you sure that wasn't like clipped from like way back when?
No, no, no. That's the video that they literally put out in court. It's like, you told detectives that you were choked so bad that you were like bruised on your chest and this, that, and the third, and it was difficult to move. Showed a video of her dancing like either the next day or like 2 days down the line. And then mind you, she didn't want to take pictures of her chest when they were supposed to do the whole evidence thing. So it's like, who are you helping with this? Like, you dragging this man's name through the mud, and mind you, his name is already fucking muddy out here. I'm not gonna lie about that. You got how many baby mamas, and you was fucking your personal chef?
Same time you have Cardi B.
It just like my mama used to say, "Nigga, you messy. You messier than a motherfucker." I don't know what is going on with you and why you think you can just be out here dicking down 15 different people at the same time. Like shit is okay. That money ain't gonna last forever. All I'm saying. Especially if you don't know how to invest in what you're doing and the way that he's behaving, I don't think he's really built like that. Does that make sense, Dylan? Does that make
Oh
sense?
well, enough is never enough, I guess, in his terms. And then at the same time, you went to the Super Bowl this year. I don't know. Some people think they're untouchable.
It's beyond me why these guys will get up here and put themselves in this kind of position because it just, I don't know, man. Outside of athletes, I know we got some people in pop culture that have had some trial difficulties or at least uh, jailing difficulties.
Where are you going with
I,
this?
hmm?
Where are you going with this?
Bro, don't you know Kodak's back in jail?
Oh, look, man.
I
What I
know
want to
he's
say
back
on
in
what I
jail.
want to say on Kodak. Ugh, he needs an OG to be around him. Whether they're from Broward, whether they're from Miami, like we need somebody to step up and like look out after him, like give him guidance, because like he's to me he's the closest thing to like what Wayne was back in the day, like when he was younger. You know, when I'm talking like how Wayne like he started out with the Hot Boys, and like he blew up like before he was 20. Same thing like with Kodak in my opinion, but like Kodak can't stay off the perks and the ecstasy, and at the same time, so like to what you're talking about. So I'm gonna find out he got arrested for drug trafficking. Like, dude, like you have everything in the world. Like, why are you still doing street stuff? I mean, you can't see my hands under here, but like I'm like going like this on my hands.
No, no.
Like,
Listen. I feel it.
like, dude, why are you still coming back to Pompano and like doing what you're doing? I mean, I get like coming back to the hood, giving back or like you're hanging out with your boys and everything, but you don't need to be doing. Well, let me talk proper. You do not need to like do what you're doing.
You don't need to. And drug trafficking of all fucking things. It's like, bro. I get if you're. I get if it would be a possession charge. Yeah, maybe you fucking smoking something on the
Oh,
side,
he's got more than enough of that.
which is still bad. But drug trafficking is super specific. Like, buddy, you was going out the way to be dumb.
And then like not even that, just like how he like abuses it too. Like every time I see him on a clip doing a show, he's like tweaked the fuck out. Like every show, he's like,
He
I don't
said
know
he
if
was.
I'm the only one. Oh yeah, I get where you're going with this.
He said he was a gremlin, but I didn't really think that he would maintain as such, but apparently fucking so. So apparently motherfucking so. I'm disappointed in fucking seeing him like this because it's like you're right, man. You're all the money in the world and this is what you're doing.
Once
I'm
Kodak
not
got sober, he said,
like, buddy, you couldn't just one time go get a legit business or something. Like, my dude, bro, open up some shit like a grocery store in the most populated area or something. Like, bro, a clothing line or some shit. I don't fucking know. You chose drugs. Like, ain't nobody told you it's fucked up. You're bringing in the same thing that tears down your own community. Like, bro, it just goes to show a person's character. And don't get me wrong, drug addiction is bad in itself, but it's one thing when you're just an addict on your own time. It's another thing when you're an addict fucking making more addicts. It's like
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
deep hole you're digging, buddy. It's a deep fucking hole. So I don't know, man. When it comes to court cases, all these people have been fucking disappointing to kind of watch. It's like I don't know why people just keep shooting themselves in the foot. But I mean, it is what it is. At any rate, God damn, man. God damn. All three shots for the last guys out there have been on trial. God bless.
You saw what I did?
Yeah, I'll say it right now. God bless. So, at any rate, man, what's been hot in fucking
Lord
TV
of
culture?
mercy.
What's been hot
Again,
on the TV culture side of things? Have you watched any television shows? Have you seen anything that's been
um,
front and center
well,
for
I
you?
mean, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but yeah, Euphoria's last night episode
Oh no,
like
yeah,
went
no,
the
no.
whole.
Me and Reese saw it last night,
Oh, okay, yeah, they went the whole another level. Like how I'm not gonna like spoil it, but like how do you like look at the script and you're like, yeah, all right, let's do this.
bro. Let me tell y'all something right motherfucking now. King Kong ain't
Oh yeah.
got shit on them titties. Them non-itty, ultra biggie, larger than life, in your face. Death by snoo snoo. Titties. That
Do
opener
you,
on that episode was fucking hilarious.
or at
I
the
was
end,
laughing.
do you think Zendaya is, or did those rednecks Alamo Brown?
Nah, that end sequence with Alamo riding out and Zendaya being buried. I've noticed the two things that caught, and especially in this episode, Alamo has this thing. He doesn't seem to like kill anyone, but he goes on these weird ass tangents of anger, and he takes it out on other people. So the apple scene,
Oh,
where
did
he
you hear
was
what I
shooting the
said?
apple. Hmm?
Did you hear what I said? Like how the at the end of the episode like cuts out. Do you think that's like he gets by the rednecks that stole his money,
No, 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 no.
or Zendaya gets a good old polo club to the noggin?
I wouldn't say a polo club to the noggin. I think he's scaring her. Because again, Cassie did her a solid because he asked Cassie when he was introducing Cassie to not Cassie, what's her name, to the strippers, so she can find more talent. He asked her, he's like, "What do you think about what's her name, Rue?" And she was like, "Oh, she's a solid girl." I think that kind of convinced him and calmed him down a little bit. But
Yeah,
you can
but
see it in the
he knows that she's a rat. So
that part I'm not sure of. I don't think he knows 100% that she's a rat. He just knows that she's connected to those fucking hillbillies. You know, you've been around them, so I'd like to see how that kind of plays out come next week. But I definitely think she'll be alive. She's a main character. I don't see her plot armor falling off, if that makes sense. I'm just saying it'd be weird for the last few episodes if like, hey, it's
well,
getting no younger here.
a lot of them in like this like last season, like they were getting pulled to so many like TV shows and movies. Like the main guy, the British dude, that's Cassie's husband.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah, he
that
no
he
no no
is
no.
the dumbest mother. You getting
Well, no no
chased by a
hold on
mafia member and
hold on.
you stayed at home?
Well, no. That's what I was about to get at. But but no, but what I'm getting at is like you notice how he's not in the show as much. So what
Hmm.
I'm getting at is like everybody who like you don't see as much that were the main characters the first two seasons is because they were getting pulled every which way. Is what I'm
Yeah,
getting at.
and I think they needed a little change up. Who they're focusing on right now
But
is
no,
great material.
but no, like for you to come off like such like a dick and an ass the first two seasons, and then like you're like you run up the stairs like a pussy, knowing that you owe that guy $30,000. Like I don't
It's
know.
more than 30,000. He owed him like 100,000, but he needed
Well,
a
no, 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 no,
30,000
no.
payment.
Yeah, no,
But
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
get
what I was
you.
about to say. Yeah,
I get you. I just my thing is like, bitch, you stayed home. You stayed home. You
but
didn't
hold
want to
up.
go to your mama house or some shit or go hide.
Wasn't that a part of it though? Like they told him that he couldn't leave.
Bitch, I'm leaving anyway. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. You can't get me. Bitch, you done cut off my mother.
Lord of mercy,
Fucking
Lord of mercy,
hoe.
Lord of
You
mercy.
think I'm gonna wait around for another ass bitch?
Well, speaking about speaking about waiting around, I think by the last episode he's gonna be
He's gonna listen. That's the other thing.
and Cassie
Okay,
gonna get it too,
if you didn't,
and then
okay,
Zendaya's gonna get it too, and then plot twist, Cassie's sister,
I'm hoping not. She
and then
nice girl.
everybody.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a shootout between Mr. Arlington and whoever is he Russian or is he whatever the mobsters that what's his name is dealing with.
I don't remember. I think so. I don't remember.
I've had this feeling like the plot points are converging, like they're slowly but surely converging. I think it's going to be interesting, like the next few episodes. I don't know how many episodes we got left, but I will say I feel like this is going to be definitely interesting because I'm expecting a shootout between the hillbillies and fucking Arlington at some point. Some point, motherfucker, you can't rob me and then leave a fucking the pig peeing in the fucking the strip club, nigga. That was so foul. That was so foul. Watching that fucking pee, I was like, ugh.
Who was you know, real quick I want to say this. I think it's funny how we said like no spoilers but we're giving away the whole damn episode. But
Listen,
who is hold up, who is the black guy that got chopped up in the shower and got fed to the pigs?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out too. I was like I was a little confused because I'm like,
Because
okay,
I honestly I almost thought that was going to be Rue or one of the rednecks. Like they
I
found out who it was.
I see the scene before when he had the kid up on the bar and he put the ice pick down next to his head. I thought that was
Yeah,
that kid.
yeah. I forgot about
That's
that.
what
Yeah.
I thought, and I was like, I would have to like go back and see it because I didn't want to stop the show while my girl was watching, um, and to figure out who the fuck that was because I'm like, who fucked up so bad?
On a side note, I love how they're introducing Rosalia more. Do you even know who
Yeah,
I'm talking about? Do you know who I'm talking
who
about?
who?
The girl that's got the neck brace. That's a Puerto Rican singer.
Oh yeah, the girl that she beefing with, and then oh my god! But this is somebody under stress. That whole scene where she's like, she's talking to this girl and asking her, is she making her work? And I was like, how did Rue not play that off? Like, yeah, you just watch somebody get fucked with a bottle. Wild. I would ask them if they're okay. Bitch, how did you not act? Well, you was working. You didn't see the screen. But I would like that's an easy playoff. Like, I think she's traumatized. Can we check on her? Huh?
Yeah.
Just saying. That scene was hard to watch. Did you watch that scene? I know you had to see that scene. I was kind of like, ugh.
What from the last episode?
The new stripper that they had her go in
Yeah.
that room with the fellas
Oh yeah, no, I'm up to speed with that show.
ass smacking, and I'm just like, ugh. And then the bottle scene, I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh, oh god. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've heard about somebody in a strip club with a bottle and airing out the whole room, but I mean, like, you got to be prepared for that mentally. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like,
All right, let's not before we get canceled. Let's just move on to something else.
not my bad, fans. We'll talk about this a different day, different day, different time.
Or another podcast for
Maybe not Twitch. Maybe not Twitch. Somebody somewhere that's a little bit more friendlier to the adult side of things. I understand. But yeah, man. Any other television shows that have been hot? I still got to go back and watch the end of Daredevil. I know that. That one was.
that ended exactly how I thought it would. Um, Daredevil being a guy that's aggressive, but then like trying to be I was gonna say poetic, but like heroic at the same exact time. But just basically what they're leading into. I'm not gonna if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it, but they're basically bringing back the Defenders, or is that what they were
I
called?
yeah.
Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and
I thought it was going to be sooner. I thought it was going to be a majority, or at least half the season of season 2 for Daredevil, if that makes sense. But seeing it now and how long they've let it go
well,
on,
I mean, if that's the case, like it's gonna be like the Avengers next season. There's a lot of people that are gonna be in that damn show. The Sportsman, uh, I was about to say Killshot.
yeah,
What's what's my man's name? Killshot's DC.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, Bullseye.
thank you. Um, yeah, him, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
Well, they give us the Punisher.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. So I mean, I can't speak too soon on that because I have to wait and see with Spider-Man coming out. But
Yeah.
yeah, if like that ties in, and then like theoretically like Daredevil like swings in there, in that movie, then yeah, I could see that happening. But yeah, next season's Daredevil is going to be loaded.
It'd be interesting when it comes along finally for it, and I'm going to be here to absolutely absorb the ever living f out of all of that. So, at any
On a
rate,
on a
mhm,
comedy note, you brought up how you and Ree were watching Euphoria.
mhm.
Does she watch Love Island on Netflix?
God no.
Oh, do you even know what I'm talking about?
Love Island. Yes, I know. I know about Love Island, but no. She's
I
not
want
Love
I
Island.
want to know how that show is real. Like how do you all right, you and your girl are having problems, right? Then 20 hot singles come to Hawaii and all right, well, you know what? My wife, or I mean not my wife, but like my girl, and then like for her, my man, like just like go on the other side of the island, right? And then I go on dates with like 20 other people, right? But then supposedly I'm supposed to go back to that person, like after dating
It,
20 people. Like, huh?
bro, it's not real in my head, so that's why I just kind of I write it off, and I'm just like, you wouldn't do that if I'm having troubles with my partner. The last thing I'm gonna do
I'm not bringing it on
is seek
television.
19 other fucking solutions. That's the way I see it. As like I'm not gonna that's wild in
Hey,
itself.
this is the time where we need for the soundbite machine or whatever you call it down at the bottom where we need the Denzel bit where he's like, I'm leaving here with something. Just just play that.
Oh Lord, and it sounds like the worst setup for just too much bullshit and fuckery. But I know that's what the fucking television show is for, really.
Oh,
Oh,
that Love is Blind, another thing on Netflix. Like how you like able to tell who your wife is? You've never seen her, but then you can hear on the other side of the wall that like they're the person.
I hate the, and I must say this, and this will sound a little controversial for Love Is Blind. If your accent is too heavy, that's a turn off for me. I don't know
Hmm.
if that sounds fucking wild, but if
Well,
like you have difficulty speaking English, I'm not trying to sound fucked up or nothing. I swear to God, if I can't understand you, it's a turn off for me. I know some people will go to like different parts of the world and they kind of get out and they're like dating other folks, but god damn it, if I can't communicate with you, how are we fucking? And I'm just saying that because I'm a passionate person. I like 10 out of 10 times if I have to choose what I would do, if we're just fucking or we're making love, I'm gonna pick making love. Does that make sense? I want a motherfucker to talk to me, be saucy with me, I, and don't get me wrong, I understand that those television shows have somebody that they can communicate with, but if you got somebody up there, the whole Love Is Blind thing, and it's like me personally, and you got like a heavy accent, I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I give that show a lot of shit because I just couldn't. And then some of the people they got up there is crazy. You remember what was his name? No Neck Ed or whatever the fuck his name was.
no, that was that wasn't
That
um
wasn't Love Is Blind. I understand that, but I'm
no,
just saying
that
like,
that was 90 Day Fiance. But yeah, I get where you're going.
yeah, it's like you get with this person, you don't know this person. They start flipping out on you. They're crazy and they just do some weird shit. And it's like, okay, what did you expect to happen? Like this person is fundamentally different, not only just psychologically, culturally, probably spiritually. Just like where was you going with this?
I don't
You get
know,
what
but
I'm saying? Like,
you know the producers are behind the like film cameras sitting there going, yeah, 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 keep going, keep going, keep going,
oh
keep
yeah, of
going.
course. Oh yeah, of course. The other one, the first one you was talking about, have you ever watched the Brazil version of that show?
Mm-mm.
Love Island.
No,
Have you ever seen any of the clips?
no, but I can only imagine with the
Bro,
talent. Wink, wink.
I gotta send you. I gotta, yeah. Wink, wink. I gotta send you There was a psycho. I don't know if it was Brazil 100%, but there was definitely a South American version of that show. Where the dude's wife or girl is getting like absolutely demolished, and he's like screaming, and he starts bawling, and the other guys are trying to comfort him, and there's just this scene with him booking it across the island, and this motherfucker runs to the other side of the island while that shit. I think the hostess said that it was live or something like that, and once he figured it out, he just starts running from their little like that sitting area when they're watching the TVs outside
Yeah.
and the host is
Hmm.
talking, and he just books it across the aisle. Mind you, he's screaming the whole time, and all I could think of is how fast is the cameraman running? Because I was dying. I was
No,
like,
I think what happens is like security is like trying to follow him. Like the cameraman's not quick enough to like pick that up. But
it
they're
can't be.
basically
And he's holding the
they're telling
camera
them
with a
like,
stabilizer and shit. And I'm just thinking of that. I'm like, mm-mm.
but they're like, oh hey, Ronaldinho's running. I don't know why I'm comparing him to a soccer player. But, oh hey, Ronaldinho's running the other side of the island. Be prepared to shoot once he gets around the setup.
Bro, they had a full blown scene of him just running, and the cameraman was tracking for like the shortness of that distance, and I'm like, how is that thing not like as you're holding those fucking stabilizers and you got like probably a body mount? Isn't that bitch like rattling like a motherfucker if you're trying to chase this person?
No, that's what I'm getting at. Like
That's why I'm just like,
the sound is just going
oh yeah,
like
that too. The
the whole
fucking
entire time while he's running.
running with a whole fucking sound mount and shit. And I'm just like, bro, what are we doing? The hilariousness of the scene in itself. The first time I watched it, and I was just like, I felt bad for him because I get it, but at the same time, it's like
you get it. Like that's what started this whole debate. Like, why you're really signing not you, but you're signing up for this, like knowing like what your girl's gonna be like doing in front of you, or vice versa.
I don't see. I can see that going down with maybe like swingers or something, but people in regular relationships, I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not getting on the fucking boat to go out to this island just to have my girl fucking demolished and then what come apologize for fans. I can't.
Well, I only did it because me and you were intimate. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we're gonna intimately take care of our problems at home. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
But shit, bro. Anyways, television shows have been fucking very extra this week. Death by Snoo Snoo. We'll let that slide. What's going on in music? Please let me know what's going on in music because I've seen things that have been interesting.
Did you see Versus got back in full swing with Rick Ross and French Montana? Who
I
picked that
heard about
Versus?
it.
Who
See,
picked
and
that?
I don't know.
That versus like I don't know, maybe because like hit the hit, but like the style, yeah, I don't
You
know.
got luxury
French.
music, and
Well, no,
then
that's what I was about to say. French kind of meets that criteria with the luxury music, but I don't know.
I feel like he's got some party joints in there versus fucking Rick Ross that completely leans into just fucking luxury rap.
Well, no, I mean, but you gotta think before he went down the whole luxury rap thing, like he had some hits when he
Yeah.
first started, like his first two albums.
Hey man, that fucking Miami joint. Hustling, hustling,
Yeah,
hustling, hustling,
yeah.
hustling, hustling. Yeah. That shit had me. Listen, that shit had me. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was going hard for fucking Miami. That shit was going hard for Florida. But I I just felt like it was like a little weird to see those two. And then mind you, I didn't know Versus was going back in full swing. All I seen was just some beef shots, like verbal. I'm like, God damn, didn't
I think, well, yeah, Rick Ross keeps taking shots at Drake, but I don't know. I think half of that's got to like do with promo because his next album's coming out next month on the 12th. So I don't know if like they like put him out there to be like because of that, but then also like right after that he went and like apologized to Drake when he said like he just wants to see him like do good. But like I don't know, how do you like do that interview on the radio like right after like you're like calling him little man and you're like uh what's the song that he had with Ashton Martin music with Drake? So every time he goes to report perform that, like he's performing it because that's one of his biggest hits, but then he cuts out. Or I mean, he doesn't cut out, but he lets Drake like just sing or
Mhm.
whatever. But he's like mimicking him at the same time. But then
I'm like,
like leaning into that, I did not even cut you off. But then like
oh no, you
you
good.
know, Drake is gonna like blow everything out the water with his album coming out this week. So I don't. I'll. What's the saying? All press is good press. Negative. Like I forgot how like it goes. I think they're all just like trying to like throw more shade at Buddy before he drops his album.
Something that crossed my mind before about the album drops. It's like, what are we looking for out of Ricky in this next album? Like, are we looking for the same? Are you looking for evolution? Are you looking for
Well, I don't mean to like knock on like my Miami dudes, but like him, Khaled, like it's all the same exact stuff. So as like a Miamian or from somebody from South Florida, like it's like to me it feels like it's like solely just like for us, but it's not like on a global scale like with Drake, if that makes any sense. But
yeah?
like I don't know.
Drake being from
That
Canada has to feel like he's on a global sense because he's not performing for Canada per se, performing for the American
Well,
audience.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean like what I'm saying is like as far as like Drake's like putting out like more streaming than like Michael Jackson, his record sales, all that stuff. So what I'm
Yeah,
saying as far as like once Drake don't even have to like put out like that he's dropping his album next week. He could be like Jay-Z and like not tell anybody and then just be like, oh hey, uh this Wednesday I'm dropping an album. and everybody will fucking lose their mind. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
They're not doing that for Rick Ross. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, he's keeping it community wide, but I guess that still kind of stands. Like, so you're just looking for him to really represent the community consistently, right? Because I mean, it's
Well, being
I
from
don't know
down
what
here, I
else
mean,
we can scale him.
that's being from down here. That's my bias, but um, when I listen to it, that's what I feel like it's like tailored to. But I mean, if you like that, because the thing I like about like with Ross is like he puts like live instruments like in his beats.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool. But like I don't know. Like if that's your style, then cool. But like I don't know. I I mean I hate to say this like being from down here, but like I'm not really like rocking with it because like it's I throw this out for debate. Like why do you think like Andre 3000 is not doing like music anymore?
Definitely because the style of music that he would be into is
Okay,
not mainstream.
thank you. So what I'm getting, so I like how you said that because that's what I was getting into. So like if you're putting out music now and you're an old head, so to speak, right? Like
Mhm.
we already know like what you bring to the table, but your music has got to be on the same exact level as like Future in order for you to be like hitting with everybody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, he likes flutes. Future pulled off a good hit with a flute. Is all I'm
Okay,
saying.
here you go. That's not what
In
I'm
like
getting.
one or two.
That's not what
Yeah,
I'm getting.
I know. I understand what you're saying. Could he do like maybe one or two tracks that are really crazy? Maybe. Would his entire album suffer under the same style? Probably.
Yeah.
So I do agree. I understand. I think he's at the old head stage where he recognizes that he's self aware to recognize that he's like, I'm not gonna put out music if all these kids are gonna be like, oh, this old head ass motherfucker. That yeah, that would get on my nerves.
What
That would
to what I'm talking about. So like with Drake, how does he still stay relevant with everybody? He's talking about women. He's talking about the fly stuff he's doing, whether it's like what he's buying, where he's going.
he stays on
So
track.
what I'm getting at is like he hits like every target audience.
Yeah,
So but with Ross, with Andre 3000, what I'm saying is like, do they have it like in the bag with like with their lyrics? I mean, like how they write or how they rap. Yeah, but they're not on the same exact tempo.
yeah, they're not. Drake has this thing where he does absolutely take on from the current artist. So I'm expecting out of his album that's coming out, it's going to sound like everybody that's hot right now. Does that make sense? I
Yeah,
think
but
that core,
another thing is like to like what you just said, like with Drake, or like, and then some artists like do it like how I'm trying to think. I mean, this is like a weird transition, but like how like Post Malone went from like rap the country. What I'm getting at is like you're seeing like the trend of what's going on like with music and like what more people are latching to. So like what was it
Mhm.
like 3 years ago? Drake dropped like a dance or like a club album. Like honestly, never mind.
Yeah,
And the year before that, what you call it? It was more like a playlist style with I'm forgetting his dad's on the cover it and he's sitting in the chair. But anyway, um when you're like realizing that you're staying relevant, like you could still like go until like an eternity, like Snoop Dogg, for example.
yeah. That ability to stay flexible in terms of like changing with the times and keeping up with what's hot and reflecting it. Um, he's I guess you got to put him at number one for that. He's unbeatable when it comes to that skill.
Oh, so
Because
we're doing like a top five now?
I mean, you if you want to call top five of who's the best and why, 100%. Like he has to sit up there because of what he's done for the market of music. That makes
Drake,
sense.
Drake,
Yeah,
Gunna, the Childish Gambino. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean,
No, I'm joking.
I don't know about Gunner, but
No. I'm
there's some
joking.
flexible
I'm
people.
joking. Are we talking like right now, or are we just saying in general?
Oh, that's a good question. I think if you do in general, you could be here all day. Um,
Yeah.
you really could be here all day. Although it's easy to kind of mix and mash why people are great at what they're great. Let's do it in general. Let's do it in general. Keep it all generations. Top five. Top five. Who you rocking with?
Um, damn. No
Do you want?
particular order. No, go ahead.
There you go. I was just about to say, you want to do a particular order, or just a top five, like in a hat?
I'd say three off the top of my head, not ranking like, oh, this guy's one, this guy's two, this guy's three. Um, 3 Stacks, Jay-Z, um, Eminem. As far as just like bars, um, mm, number four and number five, I don't know. If you want to talk about like who kind of like started it all, you have to put LL in there. LL Cool J.
You could. You could if you wanted to. Especially, I wouldn't necessarily disagree per se.
Uh, and probably Pac.
Now I have that fucking girl's voice in my head. What was the name of that song? Doing It. From LL Cool J.
I don't
Is it
know.
that the name of the track? The girl that's singing that fucking song.
Foxy something or other.
Hmm?
I think it's Foxy something or other.
No, I don't think it's Foxy. Either way, keep going. Don't let
No,
me
no,
break
I
you.
just said five right off of there, but
Oh, okay. I would definitely suffer at thinking about older artists if I had to think of older artists, but I could definitely tell you out of the top three, I got to give a spot to Drake because of his flexibility in terms of being a all around artist that can stay relevant, and keep giving hits. That's a talent that you can't really like throw out there. You can't throw away. I'm sorry, you can't throw away in terms of it being a good talent. Um, and again, this is in no order. I got to give a spot to Kanye because he was a turn of the century artist when it came to um, him coming out. And he is what's crazy. He sits side and side by 50 Cents, I would say, because they were two artists that came out at the same time that helped change the style of rap. They were like the last of the Mohicans for that 2000 style, the late 2000s into like 2010 style. That really just fucking sits with you if you're into that period. Um, Older artists I can absolutely rock with. I can't put him down. Is definitely going to be Dr. Dre.
yeah,
Dr.
but
Dre.
that's
That's not
well, me,
super
no,
old.
me. He goes to me. He's more into the production aspect for me.
Yeah, and I'm giving people spots because of what they were great at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I thought we were talking about rappers.
I mean, it was rap
Because like
song.
for
It was
me,
rap.
like I brought well my list. I brought up the old heads, but like for
It was
like the
rap
guy
song.
that.
On the same note, I could give it to Pac.
But if you're talking about guys right now, like hold your thought. I mean, cut you off. But like right now, like the three-headed monster is like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
Yeah, if we were talking right now, I'm doing a five. I was doing five overall. I didn't.
Little baby goes in there, even though he hasn't done nothing in like a year and a half.
Yeah, you can't take him out of Lil Baby. Definitely goes in there. If you're talking more recent, then yes, I would definitely say Lil Baby's gonna be in there. Um, Potentially. Well, no, I wouldn't give him that because I feel like he gets too redundant. I was gonna say Dub Baby, but if you're talking recent artists, he stays a little too redundant. If we're talking current artists, Big X the Plug. God damn.
That's you put that, so that like now we're creating like tiers because like yeah, Big X Unplugged goes like the newest like artist or like
Yes.
best. Yeah.
I feel like he's got the power to fucking keep changing. And it doesn't have to be by much, but damn, every time he gets on the mic and whoever is running his fucking beats
Yeah,
is
but
absolutely fucking killing it.
remember what I was saying about Drake adjusting to like with the style of like what's going on with like
Hmm.
how what people are trending to? Big X is doing that with country. So
Yeah.
he has a few country songs, well, like rap country songs with a few like big country artists. So what I'm saying is like he's still like hitting with us, but then also like tackle another genre at the same time. So when you have like multiple fans in like certain genres, you get what I'm saying? That's only gonna like keep like your trajectory like keep going.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even if you were to plateau, you're still gonna plateau super fucking high because
Yeah.
you're talking about. I mean, people that there's not too many people that are just crazy about just one genre anymore. Like you can kind of have moods and go from one genre to another for a while and really kind of feel good at where you're at, you know, in a headspace. So that's why I'm just like any artist that can do that consistently. Um, no, you're looking at having a good standing. You know,
Yeah.
you really are. Um, but yeah, if we're talking recent, you definitely would definitely put Kendrick up there because that's at the very least for putting belt to ass. If I was saying that's what you're good at,
Damn,
I'm gonna
what
give
was
it
it?
to him there.
Oh, well, it was on Damn. I'm trying to remember what song, but he has like a crazy outro where he's just like getting at everybody. This is before Drake. Hold on, I have to look it up. Go ahead, keep talking.
Oh, I think I've only got like one spot left, and I'm gonna struggle for that. Um, and it's crazy that I wouldn't throw it past him, but if we're
Oh,
talking,
you listen to the last uh minute and a half of DNA. You'll see why I consider him.
yes,
Yeah, listen to the outro of DNA. You see why you put him.
yes, 1,000%, yes. DNA is one of his tracks. I would absolutely, absolutely, yes. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Like I said, Kendrick has earned his spot. When it comes to fucking going at people, I'm there.
A wild card, but he doesn't like get put on mainstream because he's in Jay's Cole's camp. But
Mhm.
I think I'm saying his name right, Jid or Jib. I listen to him
Yeah,
and he sounds like he could be like in the rap court. Jid, yeah, there we go. I found him. Yeah, he could
does
rap with people. Huh?
who does his beats? Because
J.
the
Cole.
track,
He's in J. Cole's camp. What I'm saying is like the way he like goes, like that, like however like the tempo, like the song is, like you can put him in the like with the rappers of the '90s, and he'll stick. Like I'm saying like the storytelling and how like they like
yeah,
flow with everything.
I'm thinking in my head in terms of because don't get me wrong, love rappers. I've always been the Sonics guy that loves the sounds of all of their tracks in terms of like if I get a little turned off if something sounds fucking rough or if it sounds just not the beat.
Oh, you
But
ain't doing that. You're not doing that anymore because everybody like they don't have like a particular sound.
yeah,
Well, like for like me growing up, like my favorite producer was Pharrell. But like the thing like with Pharrell, how you knew it like it was a song. He'd always hit you like the four beat startup, like dink, 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 and then it would like
yep.
transition to like whatever it is.
But I only asked because
Or like
every
Jazzy Fate, ladies and gentlemen, like you know that was him.
yeah,
Or Manny Fresh was the turn of the tables. Fresh, you get what I'm saying? So you don't have like producers that have those stamps anymore. But go ahead, what were you gonna say?
uh, no, because my last spot that I'm just really kind of hung up on. Do I kind of want to give it to Tory Lanez. Does that sound crazy?
Why Tory Lanez?
Because he can get
That's
up there.
random. That's
He
random.
he's good at painting a picture. I feel like him and this is another
Talk
person.
to me, baby.
Him and the baby are good at painting a literal
Megan
like
Thee Stallion, where
picture.
you at?
Oh God, nah. She in a corner somewhere crying because she just got left by Clay or cheated. I'm sorry, cheated on by Clay. Cheated on by Clay. Hey, let her cry in her corner. Let that little girl go. Let that little girl go. Let her. And I'm saying little, figuratively, not literally. This is. I think I'm gonna call this episode. Death by Snoo Snoo. I just want to throw that out there. We gonna call this episode Death by Snoo Snoo. Shout out to my tall bitches. Come on, don't leave them hanging. Shout out to my tall bitches out there. But at any rate,
I did. Whatever you did, I didn't hear.
no, I was saying shout out to the tall bitches out there.
If you're doing a sound effect, but I got you.
As soon as you say you done found somebody else, they running you down. Tall bitches. At any rate, yeah, I think that's my 5, bro. That's my 5 on especially for current rappers. Don't mind me. Just living life. Just looking at my girl's booty.
All right.
Oh jeez. At any rate, bro. Anything else going on in the world that's been especially out of music, anything that's been that I've missed? Because I know I to the ground recently.
I mean, I don't know if like we talked about sports in the beginning. I don't know if you want to like get up UFC or like if you want if you want to hit like what's going on with the world, like what you feel about the hantavirus.
I have this weird monologue in the back of my head that talks about how now that we're in our mid 30s and how we've lived through fucking the amount of goofy shit that we've lived through at this point. I don't know, man. We've had a little bit of everything, you know. We've had the bigger viruses that have been out, COVID. I'm hoping this hantavirus thing kind of goes over like the Ebola scare a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember that one. A couple of economic downturns, just crazy presidents. I mean, really bad laws. I mean, economic house crash, economic car crash. Am I twin tower? I mean, goddamn, we've lived through a lot.
Oh, hey, relax.
No.
Relax.
We're listing off what we've had to suffer through for our generation until now, right? We've had a fucking lot. And I just want to say that for any of the other 30, early 30 to mid 30, even late 30-year-olds, if I could give you a hug, I would, because we've dealt with enough shit. I don't know about you. If I could live my years of retirement with fucking earphones on and just not hear anything else, I would be good. I don't know how you feel. I just as somebody that's fucking the moment you turn on the news and you kind of just cringe and want to turn it back off. How do you feel? Because I have DJ Khaled yelling in the back of my head, another one. Just same shit, different day, another one. Like it's hantavirus today. What's tomorrow?
I don't know where like to like even like start with that. Just like you're in that like story. So, and then at the same exact time, like how do you like not notice that at the same time?
And then when you hear they found case 0, so they found that the people wanted to go bird watching. These assholes went bird watching in a landfill in like South America. The fuck is wrong with you? A goddamn landfill? I had a manager. I had a manager when I worked in a grocery store coming out of high school. And the manager, you know, he was a great guy. He was a Boston person. Although he cheered a lot for, like, he was a Steelers fan. He just super great guy. He was a super great guy, and the way that he told stories with his accent just fucking killed me. He told a story about his uncle that used to work in a landfill, and he would take his break on the bulldozer, and he would pull out his fucking metal lunchbox. He had a red metal lunchbox, and I'll never forget this guy telling me the story that the uncle couldn't smell, so he'd be up there eating a fucking sandwich in a goddamn landfill. And this,
Go ahead, speed this up because I'm trying to figure out where the hell you're going with this.
I'm just thinking of what it takes to mentally work in a landfill. Do you know what a landfill looks like?
Yeah, I have one right by me, and then like not too far from where you live too. There's one. So
Right.
where you get?
So the fact that you went to a fucking landfill to bird watch, you ended up getting hantavirus, and then you took it on a cruise. I mean, if you aren't already dead, you should have been stoned to death. Is the point I'm getting at? This is like you went to
Damn,
South America,
Ian said you need to be Han Soloed.
bro. You went to South America, ass everywhere, and you went bird watching in a landfill. Motherfucker, there's a whole rainforest. What the fuck is wrong with you? Am I
Yeah.
crazy?
I mean, I don't have much to say on it. Like, I'm on the same page like with you with it. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going on a cruise if I'm sick, especially like at that level.
Well, the hantavirus, they said locks in for like 4 weeks or some shit like that. You wouldn't notice that you've picked it up until much later on. But the point I'm still getting at is you were on a cruise. So I'm assuming you took the cruise to South America. The cruise hit up some different spots. Motherfucker, you went on a cruise. So that means you got to be out there in those fucking ugly Jesus looking slippers and fucking shorts. And you went to a landfill to look at some goddamn birds, even though that you
Yeah.
went to South America where there's a whole fucking rainforest that you could have got lost in. Like
Where were these people?
this is what we're this is
Listen,
what we're
where were
doing
these
for
people?
2026.
Where were these people from?
Dylan, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. What part of the world you got to be from to go be okay with going to a fucking landfill?
No,
Bro, I'm just saying. This is like the start of the horror movie where you find the book that's made out of fucking human skin and it's got like eyeballs that are looking at you and with a lock on it. And the first fucker in the room says, "Hey, let's open it." No, let's not. Let's not. Let's burn it or put it the fuck back, bro. That's not how that works. You really got with somebody and you said, "Let's go and check out a goddamn landfill for some birds," while you're in South America that has a rainforest. Dylan, all I'm saying is this is like,
Ian's "What Are You Thinking" segment of the week.
I know somebody else has got to be fucking crashing out thinking the same shit. Like, I don't go to a strip club looking for. I, all I'm saying is at 35 years old, I don't want to be trapped in my house again like we were for COVID, fighting over toilet paper
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get to that point.
because somebody went to an actual shit bucket with no toilet paper.
I may be too early to say, but this is like making Carnival look real sexy right now.
Bro,
Carnival Cruise.
Carnival got the best birds, studded in fine, beautiful fabrics and leathers, just out
Oh
there
no!
dancing.
You're talking about Brazil. I'm talking about the cruise line.
Oh, well, the Carnival has got the best bitches in some bikinis that are half drunk and can still manage to
Okay.
walk halls,
All right.
looking beautiful.
All
You
right.
should take pictures of those birds instead of fucking crows at a goddamn landfill. All I'm saying. I don't I know somebody out there has got to, when you sit through this segment, just know I'm with you. I just want y'all to know.
Ian said if you want the closest thing, you can go to Key West as well.
Listen, anywhere else but a goddamn landfill in your fucking tourist clothing. All I'm saying. It just at any rate, anything else in the world that you saw that piqued your interest that didn't make you think logically for 15 seconds? Oh
I
god.
think this has got to be the part where like this is like solely like for you, and this is like the Charlemagne like donkey of the day. This is like this is your segment.
I wish every friend group had a person like me to just remind somebody. That's a dumb fucking idea. Could you imagine? Pick somebody out of our friend group that would say, "Hey, let's go to a landfill, check some shit out." Who do you think that person would be?
So let me be random. Would you rather lick the floor of a Waffle House or go do that?
I'll take the Waffle House because at least when I go to Waffle House, I don't see rats. Could there be rats? 100%. I could understand that, but I don't see rats. I know exactly what the fuck I'm gonna see at a goddamn landfill. You're gonna see crows. You're gonna see rats. You're gonna see that fucking weird ass diaper that's halfway open that you know you shouldn't walk anywhere near. Obvious shit. You know what I mean? Am I crazy for that? No, I'm not. That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer that, Dylan. At any rate. We're at the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Anyone that has come to listen, I want to thank you for tuning in. It has been a wonderful show with the one, the only, the gracious host, Brady motherfucking Baby. Boy, Mr. Dowd, thank you very much for coming and checking us out. I want y'all to don't forget to hit up the social medias. We'll be branching out on a lot more social medias for our. Can we call this a second season? We can call this a second season. We call them seasons by year.
How about we do 1.5?
1.5. 1.5 in effect. Effective today, or technically three episodes ago. This is besides the point. At any rate, I want to thank y'all for coming in. Dylan, it's been great to be here with you for another week. Again, just look out for us. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Make sure you go to Clean Beaches.
Yes.
The segue to our
Send the shit to the landfill. Don't go with it. Just want to throw that out there. Do not go with it. Yes. All right. Until then, I'll see y'all later.